Brent's father, not knowing what the future held for his son, got him a guitar, but with a set rule.
You got to learn to read music and take lessons.
Brent wasn't into it at first.
It's really amazing to see your son on a stage and people yelling your name and watching them so intensely and appreciating what they're doing for them.
And so is another member of Brent's family, his grandmother.
I took my mother to that concert. My mother is 83 years old. Now she's 84.
But have they really developed a love for Brent's music?
Yes. Haven't you?
I'm working on it.
I'm still impressed Grandma went.
We recorded 3 CDs and played over 100 shows around the Southeast, and crazy.
And like I'd have my clothes on, and then right before we go on, I'd just strip all our clothes off and then just go up there naked.
That was me the whole time. No one knew it.
Well, my first tattoo is this here, which is like a bantha skull. It's a Boba Fett insignia on his arm, and that's kind of where the name of the band came from, because Brent was pointing at it, like, is that a mammoth skull? And I was like, a mastodon? And then we were just like, Mastodon, that's the name of it. So from this piece of art here came all the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back, like IG-88, Boba Fett, Bosk, Dengar, and Zuckus and Forlam. And I got some Stormtrooper action here. And then Princess Leia over here in slave gear.
The Hunter does not deal with an entire concept like earlier works, but does have an attachment to the Chinese classical element of wood. Songs like Spectralite and Black Tongue seem to have no meaning related to the theme, but songs like Dry Bone Valley, especially, and Octopus Has No Friends are seemingly cut from a concept album. I'm not quite sure what that means.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't really understand the sentence.
You ever order a coffee and they bring you a beer? It's confusing. That's what this is. This is coffee and beer. I was really wanting a coffee, and they said, no, you're only having a beer. But the door was locked, so you don't have anywhere to go. You're forced. Are you thirsty? Yes. Do you want a beer instead? I suppose so.
But you get
this is coffee and beer, that statement. It doesn't make sense at first, but it's quenching and okay in the end.
At the VMAs, you had a fight with the bass player of System of a Down.
No, I did not. That's totally fabricated. Me and Stilo and like Dave Grohl had all gotten into the pool at the Palms, and we weren't supposed to. And then after that, we had several drinks, and then I kind of started time traveling, blacked out drunk, and I was like swinging my shirt around like this, and I hit some guy like in the face with my wet shirt, and then and he was with Shavo Adashian, the guy was, and his name was Reverend William Burke, and he's the guy that sucker punched me out of nowhere while I was like looking that way, like hit me with rings on his fingers and totally fucked me up bad. And when I fell backwards, I hit my head on the concrete, and when I hit my head so hard that it gave me like severe brain trauma. So I had to go to the hospital, and I was in the hospital for like 5 days, and I was like I guess asleep for a couple of those days, 2 or 3 days, a coma or whatever.
And there's thousands of us on this beach, and they're like, okay, we're gonna do it all again. And we just kept doing that all day. But one time, I fell asleep with my eyes open because I was so deliriously tired and jet lagged that I was just, when you get tired, I was just so comfy because I had all these thick coats on and stuff, and I was kind of laying there. And all you have to do is stand up. 1, 2, at the count of 3, stand up. Thousands of dudes standing up, and I'm still I'm asleep on the beach.
who's the idiot in the front row? You can't stand up. You're out of here.
I have one band tattoo. It's called AC/DC. I like AC/DC. I only started playing in the band so I could be at this moment. I've had all this planned out my whole entire life. Also, being in the LA Dodgers is a very big deal for me, so whatever. You know?
Very famous baseball player.
So you guys just threw on your outfits this morning, I feel like.
I woke up in my outfit because I had late practice last night with the Dodgers, but...
This is
How'd it go? Hit any home runs?
I only hit home runs, darling.